To make a product as advanced as the Mac Pro, we had to pioneer entirely new processes. The end result is a computer unlike any we've ever built. It's pretty amazing to see it all come together.
Hey guys, it's Julian from Julian's Place, doing another video, and today we are doing a tech video. And I said I was going to expand my content on Twitter, and I'm going to start doing a Tech Thursday. And this video in Tech Thursday, for the first one, is going to be killing the all-new, well, not all-new now, but the all-small and known for its smallness Mac Pro 13. Now, everyone says the Mac Pro is so small and blah 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 blah, and PC could possibly kill that. Well, I did a little bit of researching, and I think I have done it by building a PC online that, you know, kills the Mac Pro. So let's start getting into the parts list and showing you what parts I'm going to use in this build, so let's begin. For a case, I chose the Roswell Legacy U2B with a dimensions of 8.19 by 9.17 by 12.56, as opposed to the Mac Pro, which is a 6.6 by 9.9. This is as close as I could get, but I think I did pretty well. Let's move on to the next part. Alright guys, and for processing power for this Mac Pro killer, I went with the Intel Core i7-4930K 6-core processor, as to the Mac Pro's Intel Xeon E5 processor, quad-core of course. And I think I did pretty good matching up. It's a little overkill, but it'll definitely get gaming and all your rendering needs done. So let's move on to the next part. Alright guys, and for a motherboard, I went with the Asus Rampage 4 Genie. Or Gene. Not really sure which one that is. But it supports the latest. You guys can just read what's on there for right now. It's a good motherboard that holds processor that we're going to put in it and all the RAM and stuff, and that's really all it needs. If you want to see more about this motherboard, you can go to the links in the description below. So let's move on to our next part. I don't really want to list out all of the specs of this motherboard because there are a lot. Alright guys, and for memory, I went with the G.Skill Ripjaw Z-Series 32GB 48 gigs DDR3 2133 speed frequency. And these things are a little overkill, but they are just beast as compared to the Mac Pros. 12GB, 4GB sticks of 1866 MHz RAM. We kinda killed what was in the stock Mac Pro. So yeah, let's move on to the next part. Alright guys, and for storage, I want the Samsung 840 EVO 1TB version. Yeah, this is a bit overkill compared to the storage on the Mac Pro, which is only 256GB of PCIe-based flash storage, which may be just a bit faster than the Samsung 840 EVO speed, but I still think it gets the job done in this category. So with that, let's move on to the next part, which I believe is power supplies. Alright guys, since it really doesn't say on the Mac Pro's specs, I decided to go with the Corsair RM850 850W plus gold certified fully modular active PFC power supply. I decided to go on a limb, and it's definitely going to power the small little PC that we want to kill the Mac Pro. So with that, let's move on to the next part. Alright guys, and for graphical performance, I got the AMD FirePro W7000 with 4GB of GDDR5 memory, 256-bit wide memory bus, 1280 Steam processors, as compared to the Mac Pro's AMD FirePro D300 1280 Steam processor, 256-bit wide memory bus, and 2GB of GDDR5, making the W7000 more superior in that way. So let's sum it up. Is this computer good? Now guys, we all know the Mac Pro is not designed for gaming, but even on a game like Metro Last Light on the highest graphical settings, it runs really bad. 20 to 30 frames per second. Almost unplayable. But if we hop to the PC side of things, we can see that the PC averages about 60 to 70 FPS on ultra settings, making the PC the dominant winner here. But we all know graphics are not, graphical gameplay and gaming are not always the deciding measure with these. So I was able to capture some bench scores, and the bench scores are going to be displayed on screen right here. Alright guys, and as we look at the Cinebench Mac Pro score, we can see FPS, we have an average of 79.27 and a CPU score of the 960, but if we go right over to the PC score, you can see the PC has a score of 72.6 and a CPU score of 710, making the PC lower, but yet it plays games and things like that much better than the Mac. So is it better? It's all opinion here, but if you wanted a Mac version, if you wanted a PC version of your Mac, this is the one for you. So if you want to look at this parts list, maybe order it, modify it, or whatever, I will leave the link to the description to all of the parts. And yeah guys, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, like, comment, subscribe, and as always, have a nice day.